Now, Alan, I know you've had some people with some concerns out there, so
Sure.
I'm going to grill you right now and ask you some of those questions.
Sure.
Okay.
No worries.
So the first thing is, what if people already drink green tea or use any of the other ingredients by themselves?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It's really to do with this, what I said before about the synergy of the products together. And for example, you can't normally take, say, fish oils and herbs together. They actually don't work well together. So it's only something like Episorb that can allow you to do that. So the whole is actually greater than the sum of the parts. And that's really down to Episorb again. It really helps combine all those through. And as you saw with that graph, the solubility really improves how your body actually takes those things in. So it is really something that all these things are better taken together with Episorb.
Okay, great. And so what about green tea? Because it actually contains caffeine. And I know some people are concerned about taking caffeine.
Yeah, well, that's very true. And in fact, the first one who was concerned about it was my wife, Leslie, who's very sensitive to caffeine. So we spoke to Hub about this, and we said, well, look, what about the fact that it's got some caffeine? And what he explained to us is that all pure green tea contains caffeine.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get away from that fact. However, one of its other major components that I mentioned previously is called L-Theanine. Now, L-Theanine has a calming effect to it. And so as long as the L-Theanine is 8 times greater than the caffeine, which we've actually proved in the tests that we've done of the green tea that we use, it means that one counteracts the other. Now, I was still a little bit unsure about whether that'd be the case. And so one of the first things we did is had Leslie take some, and she takes it. She's been taking it for quite a long time now, and never had any ill effects, even though she takes one in the morning, one at night as directed, no problem at all. And it's also been proven in the trials that we've had. We haven't had anyone coming back and saying, "Look, I can't sleep at night," that sort of thing. The thing you would expect with caffeine.
Now, I also understand that many weight loss products have green tea in it. So does that mean that someone could lose weight by taking Sereni-T?
Okay, well, yes, you're quite right. A lot of weight loss products do use stimulants, and one of the things they also use is green tea.
Right.
Now, let me just step back a little bit here and say that when people look at products like this, quite often what they do is they do some research on the internet, yeah? And what they'll find is that they might find products of companies in different countries. And the claims that those people can make is different than what we can make here. They have a different regulatory framework that we don't feel as strict as it is here. It's very evidence-based here. There's not the same level of evidence required to make certain claims and so on. So what we can say in this country about something like green tea is based on the evidence that's been approved by the TGA here.
I see.
Yeah. So we can't make the claim about green tea being, helping with weight loss. You are free to Google it, and you will find that there are a lot of other benefits that people do claim, not only about green tea, but fish oil and withania and so on as well. But we can only make the claims that are proven in this country.
That's great and very reassuring. So, Alan, is this an unnatural way to de-stress, given that you're taking like a pill for every ill, that type of thing?
Well, look, I don't think it's any different really to having a nice cup of chamomile tea. But this is done in such a way that you've got these natural, well-tolerated components delivered into the body in a far more efficient and effective way.
Okay, great. And where are the ingredients made and where are they sourced?
Yeah, great question. Well, firstly, we obviously made sure that we had the finest possible ingredients. In fact, we gave Hub the mandate, and he said, look, we want to create something that really does deliver.
Yeah.
So he sourced the best possible thing. So, for example, the green tea, well, where's that been cultivated longest? Where is the real base of it? And that's in China. So that comes from China.
Sure.
Same with the withania. It's something that's been used in India for thousands of years. So that's where you get that from. So that's where we get the withania from. As far as the B6, the vitamins are concerned, they're sourced internationally based on where's the best availability at the time. And then finally coming back to fish oil, and we sort of touched on it before about the quality and purity of fish oil. And look, there are lots of grades of fish oil out there.
I've heard that.
Yeah, but you've got to be careful not only about the aftertaste, but what sort of how pure it is really. So we decided to use an Australian product in this case, and the Episorb system is a proprietary Australian invention.
Okay, great. So, Alan, you've also told me the certification body that this is actually passed. So why don't we put that up on the screen for everybody to see?
Yes, Sereni-T has been issued AustL number 149835 and has been entered on the Australian Register of Therapeutic Goods, the ARTG. The TGA is responsible for approving and monitoring manufacturing facilities under their own TGA GMP, that's good manufacturing practice, and our manufacturing facilities have been approved, so it's of the highest standard.
How is Sereni-T different from the other options available in the market?
When you think about the ingredients that we have, we've got the green tea, we've got the withania, we've got the DHA, the B1, the B5 and the B6. And that in itself is unique. There's no one else who has that particular formulation. However, what really gives it, if you like, the bang for its buck is the Episorb, which speeds up absorption by up to 403.5%. So as you're getting a lot more bang for your buck.
So will Sereni-T work for everyone, Alan?
Well, look, we really can't say that. Everyone is different, and just as an example, not everyone can take, penicillin or even aspirin for that matter. So what we do know, however, though it is well tolerated, the results of the trials that we've done are very, very positive. But all I can really say is, look, try it for yourself and see. That's the whole idea about the trial that we did, is that we didn't know. We were very confident that it would work and work really well, and that expectation was sort of vindicated in those trials.
So what you're suggesting is that I try it for myself, and then if it doesn't work for me, I can get my money back, can't I?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And one of the things I didn't mention before was the fact that this has gone through a lot of research as well. Hub is a leading biochemist, and he's really done great research with uses the highest quality ingredients. But I just also want to say at this point, because people again are going to be sort of thinking in their minds, well, they might be pregnant or whatever, and so on. The safety of it hasn't been established for pregnancy and lactation. We don't expect that there'd be a problem, but it's one of those things that you should obviously be careful about. There also could be drug interactions. I mean, as we know, there are literally tens of thousands of drugs and so on the market,
right.
And we simply can't say that it will not have any sort of interaction with them. So we would say, if you're unsure, check with your doctor. I've created a special offer for you whereby you'll trial Sereni-T for 15 days, almost for free. Let me explain. You can trial Sereni-T for 15 days for just $17. And when you take up this offer for Sereni-T, you also get free express post shipping and handling, valued at $9.95, and a copy of my book, A Perfect Calm, 87 Ways to Instantly Relax Mind and Body, valued at $9.95 for free. This means you are getting $19.90 extra value for your $17. And this is on top of getting a 15-day supply of Sereni-T.